Right, so with the latest news that has come out is that DeAndre Hopkins is going to be possibly dealt from the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Arizona Cardinals are now all out in full rebuild mode. They fired Cliff Kingsbury. They fired their GM. They're committing to Kyler Murray, but they're going to trade DeAndre Hopkins. And I immediately put a poll up on our channel, and everybody's saying that the Patriots should pursue DeAndre Hopkins via a trade. Now, what we have to give up for him, on what people are willing to accept, that's up in the air. But DeAndre Hopkins is, I believe, 30, 31 years old. And that's roughly around the same age Randy Moss joined and Chad Ochocinco joined, which I'll get to later on in the discussion. But DeAndre Hopkins is still a elite receiver in the NFL. Not quite in his prime, absolutely not. But he is still a very viable option that a lot of teams are going to want to go after. And I believe we should probably be one of those teams. Not only should we revamp our offense and get a new offensive coordinator, which has been much of the discussion throughout this entire season, but we need a true number one receiver. And if we need to get DeAndre Hopkins to be that number one receiver, at least for 1 or 2 seasons, then I'm all for that, because we don't have a number one right now. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and let's get into it. Now, we all know that Bill Belichick, there was a clip about him praising DeAndre Hopkins is going viral, which we have seen more of that recently from Bill Belichick. He did the same thing with Aaron Rodgers, and he did it with DeAndre Hopkins. And I believe there was another player in which he did the same thing. He has been often given more and more praise to players that he deems and respects in this league. And I think that really happened once Tom Brady left, and there was, some turmoil about Tom Brady not necessarily getting that type of respect that he believed he deserved from Bill Belichick. And now it seems that Bill Belichick is starting to make it a point to make sure he shows people that he appreciates them. So let's get into this article here. It says Bill Belichick loves him some DeAndre Hopkins. The Patriots lack elite talent at wide receivers, which, as I just said. Could those factors converge to bring Hopkins to New England next season? Belichick did not hide his affinity for the Arizona wideout ahead of last week's Patriots-Cardinals matchup, comparing Hopkins to Hall of Fame Chris Carter, saying he's every bit as good as anybody I've ever coached against. The head coach shared a similar message directly to Hopkins during the game, saying, quote, "I'm glad we only have to play you every 4 years, man. Hard knocks, what a career you're having. You've missed half the season and still going to lead the league in receiving. I love you," Hopkins replied. "You too," Bill Belichick said. So a lot of people, that went viral. Some people say, oh, it's just complimentary. And yes, it does come off as complimentary. But the reality is Bill Belichick doesn't really do that. And like I said, he's starting to do that more and more now because of the situation with him and Tom Brady. So, like I said, overall, on my YouTube channel that you should be subscribed to and like this video as well, we ran a poll and we got up, at this point, we're running at 50 votes. And it's 75% in favor of those votes, saying, yes, we should definitely pursue DeAndre Hopkins. And like I said, I'm already on board with that. I don't know what we remove, what kind of assets they were looking for. Probably they're looking to go younger. Who knows? But if they want younger, we have that. And we can give that up. So let's go in here. This is why I said about the Randy Moss situation. With Randy Moss, he joined, he was 30 years old, but Randy Moss was clearly better than DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm not in no way comparing DeAndre Hopkins to Randy Moss or Chad Ochocinco, but I want to at least bring this point up. Randy Moss had 259 catches and 3,904 yards and scored 50 touchdowns for 52 games when he played for us. That's at 30 years old when Randy joined. He played for us for 3 seasons. Then you got Chad Ochocinco, who didn't have much of an impact when he joined us at all. And I believe Chad Ochocinco was about 32 years old, 31, 32. He only played 15 games, and he had 276 yards, a touchdown. His longest he got not a touchdown, but the longest catch he had was 53 yards. So Chad, this could go one of two ways, is what I'm trying to get at when bringing this up. Now, I don't think that DeAndre Hopkins is going to fall off the way that Chad Ochocinco fell off. And there are a number of different factors, the reason, because Chad Ochocinco was still a good receiver, but we didn't utilize him the way he needed to be utilized. And I don't think he really fit within our system to begin with. So that's why he didn't really contribute the way that I expected him to when he joined. However, these are what the numbers say they are, and that's all I have to go off of. But what do you think about DeAndre Hopkins joining New England Patriots? And what do you think about where this could potentially go? Could it go the Randy Moss route, or in between the Randy Moss route, or could it go the Chad Ochocinco route? Who knows? Now, I don't think it's going to go the Randy Moss route because we don't have a Tom Brady at quarterback. I'm no way saying that Mac Jones is that. But I think it's going to lean more in between that with Mac Jones and a DeAndre Hopkins if, in fact, we do go out and get him. We should definitely pursue him as well as an offensive coordinator and a little bit more on that defensive side of the line. But let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Should the New England Patriots go after DeAndre Hopkins via trade? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this video, and I will see you in the next clip.